So we have more than 1,000 cases, a quarantine facility, a new quarantine facility for 3,000 more people, and more than 22 million citizens are under lockdown. Do those numbers sound familiar? Exactly 1 year back, China went through the same. Wuhan went through a harsh lockdown. There was mass testing. At the end of it all, China claimed that it had defeated the virus, encouraged other countries to follow its draconian model to contain the virus. 1 year after that lockdown in Wuhan, China seems to be back to square one.
These pictures may look exactly the same, but they are not. China shut down Wuhan exactly a year ago. Now, the story is repeating itself. Across multiple hotspots, there are lockdowns in at least 2 provinces. The province of Hebei has re-emerged as the epicenter. On the 3rd of January, Shijiazhuang went into a lockdown. It was supposed to last 3 days, but the restrictions still remain. On the 9th of January, the city reported 354 positive cases. More than 11,000 people were placed in quarantine following that. In 3 days, the numbers doubled. By January the 12th, 20,000 people were put under quarantine. This is Hebei's chest hospital, where the flow of critical patients has steadily grown.
We have 8 critically ill patients in this area, and one of them is in a life-threatening condition. There are also 5 other patients who are at high risk of becoming critically ill, so they require close attention.
A year after the pandemic began in Wuhan, China is in the initial stages of another outbreak that looks much bigger. 1 year ago, 11 million people were under lockdown in Wuhan. Now, more than 22 million people are under lockdown, double the population of Wuhan. In Shijiazhuang and Xintai, over 17 million people have been asked to stay indoors. In Heilongjiang, more than 37 million people are facing a lockdown. A state of emergency has been declared in this province. Authorities have now asked citizens to postpone gatherings, including wedding ceremonies. There is panic among people. Once the lockdown was reimposed, rumors started spreading in Wuhan, claiming that the city could witness yet another lockdown. In Beijing, residents have been asked to stay indoors in some districts. People arriving in the city will now have to spend 14 days in quarantine, along with 7 days of health monitoring. In January 2020, when countries started banning flights to China, Beijing had protested and insisted that all was well. It wasn't then, and it isn't now. The streets are empty again. They expose China's claims of normalcy. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download